so let's get started. Not a lot of people know that you are supposed to grab the yarn from the center. It just makes it easier to unwind instead of coming around from the outside. But if you do it from the outside, it's really not a big deal. That's a handy dandy tip for you guys. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to start out with a slip knot. That is how we get our first row of crochet done. So I'm going to have the yarn like this in my hands. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to have my fingers pointing up towards the sky facing me, and I'm going to turn them down. Oop, hold on one sec, I'm losing the yarn. I'm going to turn them down, creating an X like so. It looks like a little fishy with the tail on this end. I'm going to take my left hand and go through the circle. I'm going to take my thumb and grab the tail and then pull the tail through the center of the circle, and that creates a slip knot. So let's try that again. Okay, got the yarn like so. My fingers are up towards the sky. I want them to go to the ground. So creating that X, right? I'm going to take my hand, go through the circle, take my thumb, grab the tail, and go through the circle, creating a slip knot. And that's what a slip knot looks like. So now that you got your slip knot, you're going to want to grab your crochet hook and your yarn and put your hook through the slip knot, and then you can tighten the slip knot by pulling on either end of the strings. Next thing we are going to be learning is how to do the first row, which is called the chain stitch. So, I'm going to tell you guys how to hold the hook in the yarn. So, I hold the hook with my right hand. If you're a lefty, you will hold the hook with your left hand. Whatever dominant hand you are using, that's the hand that is going to hold on to your hook. And then your less dominant hand is going to hold onto the yarn to kind of control the tension. All right, so to do the chain stitch, I am going to go down and around, grab the yarn, and pull through the circle. Oh my gosh, it's going tight on me. There we go. All right, there's one. Like I said before, down in front of the yarn, around behind the yarn, then pull through. That's your chain stitch. It kind of looks like a braid, which is really cool. All right, let's try that again. Down and around, pull through. And don't worry, if your hook comes out, it's okay. You could always just reinsert it and then tighten the yarn. Or if it accidentally just comes out and all of your work goes, kaput, you can just start over, do another slip knot, reinsert your hook, oop doop, down, around, pull through, down, around, pull through. So we are going to want to chain stitch 15 times. So I lost count on, I think I only did like 2, but just to be safe, I'm going to start over. All right, slip knot. Voila. Insert your hook. And don't worry, we'll all be at the table helping everyone if anyone gets lost, because I am kind of going through this fast. So, down and around, pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Real quick, I just want to show you guys how I am holding the yarn, and I'm holding the chain stitch with my thumb and my middle finger, and the yarn is going through the rest of these two fingers and it's kind of going behind my pointer finger, and that just kind of helps with the tension and making it look really nice. Now, this is your first time crocheting. It does not have to look nice. Do not worry about it turning out super fancy and whatnot. I will show you guys my first attempt at crocheting and it looks really funny. But that's the whole point of crocheting. You're supposed to have fun with this and not take it so seriously. So I'm pulling more yarn from the center here because I'm running out. And I think I'm at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So as I was saying before, when you are going to chain, you want your hook to be in front of the yarn and then behind, and then to pull through like so. You don't want to go the other way because then it doesn't really chain properly. That is what a chain stitch looks like. So this is what your chain stitch looks like. There are 15 here. Don't worry, I removed that 16th one that I did the last round, but so there are 15 here. So we finished our first row. Congratulations, you did it. Woohoo! So now we are going to turn our work over. We always want to work this way, right to left, right to left. And this is what it's going to look like. So now what we're going to do is our first single crochet. When we are crocheting, we're going to skip this first one right here and single crochet into the second hoop right here. So skip this one, crochet into here, inside the middle of the braid. We also call these V's in the crochet world. So, oh my gosh, look at me, crochet world. Okay, so to single crochet, so we're not going here, we're not going to go right here because that's where our yarn is currently coming through. We're going to go right in here in the center. Going to insert your hook. Now if your yarn is loose back here, just go ahead and pull the tail. So I got 1, 2 hoops. I'm going to take my yarn from behind and pull it through the first loop to where there are 1, 2 hoops again. And then I'm going to yarn over one more time and then pull through both of those loops. And that is a single crochet. Ta-da! Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, I'm going to insert inside the middle of the V. Here we go. 1, 2. And then I'm going to yarn over. Pull through once. 1, 2. Hoops on the hook. Yarn over. And then pull through both of these hoops. 1 and 2. Voila, a single crochet. You guys, this is awesome. We're going to do this one more time. Insert. Pull through. Oh goodness. And if that happens, that's okay. You can either try to insert your hook through, and if you get it, awesome. If you don't, just go through the center again and grab that yarn. 1, 2. Yarn over. Pull through. And that is what a single crochet looks like. You guys, as you kind of get going, this is what your single crochet is going to look like. This is not a complete square. I was kind of just messing around earlier, and I was originally teaching with the red, and I was having a hard time like seeing the V's with the red yarn, so I switched the colors, and it's showing up a lot better with the yellow on white background. But yeah, this is what it's going to look like after you do a few rows. Pretty cool. So we are coming up to the end here. See, I got 1, 2, and I believe 3. Yeah, if I can count and do my math right. All right, so insert, grab the yarn and pull through. 1, 2, yarn over, pull through. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. All right, there we go. And then, oh, yep, that's it. Just 2. My yarn was just a little loose. All right, and so this is what your first row is going to look like. Pretty impressive, right? Awesome. So as you saw before with the chain stitch, you saw the V, and that's what you see on the top of your single crochet. And this is where we're going to be inserting our hook, is right in here as we go back and forth. See, under this V. That way you don't lose track and go underneath. You want to go right in between, whoop, right in there with, there we go, right in there. So what do we do after we end a row? Well, since we're doing a single crochet, we are going to want to chain one. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through, and that counts as a chain. Now we're going to turn our work over like so. Now, when I was telling you to chain, I said not to insert your hook into the first row, but now you can. So insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, whoopsie, there we go, pull through, insert, yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over, pull through. As I was saying, you're going to want to go through, whoopsie, there's my hook. This is my first crochet tutorial, so bear with me. So insert in here, all in between where you see those little gaps. Here, let me get the camera to focus. Focus, camera. There you go. So insert, yarn over, pull through. And if it's loose, if the yarn is loose on your hook, just pull on your screen here. Okay, come on, camera. All right. Yarn over, pull through. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And you're just going to do this back and forth. And then see how my yarn is getting tight? It's because I'm running out of yarn. Let's just pull it out and out. Boom. Oh, another classic example of your yarn being really tight. See how it's super tight here and you can barely see the gap in there? That's okay. Your hook will fit in there. Just gotta kind of shove it in there, pull through, yarn over, pull through. We're getting close to the end again. All right, here's our end. See how it's at the end here? Yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, yarn over, pull through. All right, now we're at the end. Voila. And then we're going to chain 1 and then flip our work. All right. And this is the end result. So this is a total of 14 rows. So you're gonna single crochet 14 rows, not rolls, my goodness. And this is what it's going to look like. If you lose track of how many rows you have, you can go through and count the holes here. So say like, we're not gonna count the single crochet, which is right here, but here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whoop, and 14. And there's that. The next stitch I'm going to show you kind of is a time saver. It's called the double crochet. It's basically like double the size of a single crochet, and you can do as many squares as you want as fast as possible. Like it's a faster stitch is what I'm trying to say. And I will show you that if you aren't interested in doing the single crochet. But first, before we move on, I'm going to show you how to finish up your square. So this is where your hook was, right here. woohoo, you're going to pull your hook out from the loop, and then you can pull your string through to kind of see where your feeding string is coming from, connecting to the ball. And then you're going to take a pair of scissors and snip and just kind of pull it through, and that is that. And that's what it looks like. So as I was saying, and I didn't really explain this thoroughly, in the single crochet, we skipped the first one, the first hole, right? So that kind of acted as the first double crochet. It's not like a double crochet, as the single crochet. It's not the full single crochet stitch, but it kind of just keeps the sides of everything even for the first row, if that makes sense. So as the single crochet, we skip the first one. Now with the double crochet, we're going to skip 2. So 1, 2, and then we're going to insert our hook into this third row here. But first, before you insert your hook, you are going to yarn over. So you have 2 loops already. Go into the third hole, oh my gosh, and then yarn over, pull through, and you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. And then once you've got the 3 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over again. So this is where it gets a little confusing because there's so many loops. And then you're going to pull through the first 2 right here. 1, 2, leaving 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over one more time and pull through those next 2 loops. And that is the double crochet stitch. This is my favorite stitch. Okay, so let's try that again. So yarn over first. Do not insert your hook first. Yarn over first to where you have 2 loops. 1, 2. Insert your hook. Yarn over. Pull through the hole. And count your loops. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over. You got 4, right? So we're going to yarn through the first 2 loops, and leaving us with 2 loops left over. Yarn over. Pull through the last 2. Okay. Let's keep going. Yarn over. Insert your hook. Yarn over. Pull through. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over. Pull through the first 2 hoops. Yarn over. Pull through the last 2. This is what it looks like. See how it's like double the size? So this is like 1 single crochet, and this is your double crochet stitch. Pretty awesome. And it gets the work done faster, in my opinion. So this is your first row of double crochet. Now to go on to your next row, we are going to chain 2. Like we did 1 with the single crochet. Now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Turn our work over, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. 1, 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Woohoo! So it's a lot faster and it's double. Get it? Double? Wah, wah, wah. Dad jokes. Alright, so this is the end result. This is the single crochet, and then this is the double crochet. And I forgot to mention that you will only have to do 7 rows of the double crochet, unlike 14 rows of the single crochet. But you are the deciding factor in what you want your square to look like. Both stitches work fairly well. This one is quicker. This one is more intricate. And yeah,